Hello, Gemini, and Happy New Year. This is your January 2018 forecast. This is a general read. If you want a personal reading, that would give you obviously all of the messages you need to hear just for you. If you want a more well-rounded reading, check out your moon and rising signs. Just give me 1 second. I just need to close my door. Okay, Gemini. Let's do Gemini. Okay. Okay. Okay, Gemini. I hope you're having a good new year so far. The cards are saying, well, let's see what's on the bottom of the deck first. You've got the Seven of Swords. Now this could be, this is a victory that is won, but both parties in essence lose. I don't know if that makes sense. This is not an honest victory. Well, no, this is the Seven of Swords. Sorry, that's the Five of Swords. It's like that. The Seven of Swords indicates deceit and lying. This could be happening under your nose. If you may have someone around you that is sort of like sneaking around and trying to pull the wool over your eyes. What I'm getting from you is you have this sort of atmosphere of distrust around you. And we'll see that in the cards too. So you've got the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles around you. And you're holding on to something. There is something that you do not want to let go in the beginning of the month. You're sort of, you're holding on to and defending, because you've got the Seven of Wands here. And the Seven of Wands is really about standing your ground, warding off naysayers and people that want to bring you down. You're defending yourself, basically, and you're on higher ground. So these people really can't get to you, even though they are trying to hurt you. And so you have the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Let's pull these two guys out and see what they are all about here. Now, I feel like you have someone who is, you have two people in your life that are, I feel stable emotionally and stable in the materialistic world and financially. This may be two different people, or this may be characteristics that you're trying to embody right now. That I feel could be true for some, and the flip side of that is that, you know, these could be two people. That could also be true to other Geminis out there. But this miser here, the Four of Pentacles, he's holding on to something. He's afraid of losing. I feel he's not being generous, and you feel, and right underneath him is, hold on, sorry. Right underneath him is the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And when the Six of Pentacles is upright, talks about being generous and having more than enough and not worrying that, you know, what you give away, you'll be without. You know that what you give, you receive back tenfold or whatever. This is a card of giving and receiving, and you're just not you're not in that headspace right now. You're sort of holding on to something. I feel like you're not giving. It's not that you're not receiving, you're not giving. I feel like people are trying to give to you, especially this King of Cups, because he's facing inward. And this King of Pentacles is sort of not looking at anything. His eyes are closed, if you see that. I get this, I don't know, I get this feeling, Gemini, that you are sort of closed off to this. And I feel like these are possibilities that could happen that you're sort of closing yourself off to. You are trying to defend against people that are trying to help you, I feel. And, I don't want this to be a personal reading for me because my sister's a Gemini. And this is basically all about her right now, I feel. But I'm not reading her right now. I did not call on her while I was shuffling the cards. But here's the thing. You're a Gemini. You're the twin. You're the duality. So between something you are embodying, or I think you're trying to hold it together. I think that's the best interpretation of these three cards all together. Even this fourth card here, where you're trying to hold it together and defend yourself. Where you're trying to be the emotionally stable person in everyone's life, and also trying to hold it together financially. And that's very hard to do. It's very hard to do. It's very hard to be everything for everyone, and that's where this person's coming in. Well, this is where you are trying to do everything. I feel like you're getting attacked from all sides, and you're trying to put out all these fires and trying to keep the balance here between the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups, and you're in the middle trying to hold it all together. This could be two different people, or this could be, like I said, you're trying to embody the characteristics of it, and you're just trying to fight off all of these conflicts and naysayers and all the negativity and all of the problems, and you're just trying to get by. You're really just trying to figure it out and fix everything. But Gemini, that is not your this is not your responsibility. That is not your responsibility to be everything to everybody. People need to rely on themselves, really. You are not an emotional crutch for anyone, and you're definitely not, you do not need to support anyone financially. Unless, it's your parent or whatever, but, if it's like a relationship, do not do that. Please don't do that. Now you have the Star in reverse next to the Six of Pentacles in reverse. And I feel like you're sort of losing your way here. Or this what it feels like you've lost your way. And the Star upright is spirit shining a light on you and showing blessings upon you, or giving or providing blessings to you. And in reverse, I just feel like you just don't know which way is up or down, or which way to go. So you're sort of feeling lost, because you do normally have this balance. You have the scales here, so you do normally experience the duality, and you're very comfortable with it. And when it's reversed, you're in a position where you're just you don't feel like yourself right now. And this is the second half of the month, I forgot to mention. You're not feeling like yourself, but that comes to an end. So this mental, this time of mental, anguish comes to an end, and you gain more clarity. You gain more mental clarity. You're starting to understand things. You're starting to see things more clearly. This this cycle is over. So whatever hardship you're dealing with here, and it feels like you're just off kilter here, whatever that is comes to an end in the second half of the month going into February. And I do feel more February than the end of January. It's not going to just like, you know, be done at the end of January. I do feel like you're going to carry some residual into February, but it will phase itself out. I think just quite literally it will phase itself out. And then you're going to see things more clearly here, and you're going to start seeing the options, and that you have choices, that you don't have to deal with this again. And I feel like you learn something through this experience, and that's what, you know, life is. You go through things, and it's not just we go through things and then we're just like, okay, well, that happened. You learn, you live and you learn, and I think that's what's happening at the end of the month. You're sort of you're seeing the light through the clouds. The sun is shining through the clouds now, and you've got, you know, clouds in this card, but you're also seeing what's available to you. You see that you have options here after all of this sort of eclipses itself out of your life. So let me just glance at the cards really quick and see if there's anything else that I missed. Yeah, I'm not going to turn this into a love reading because I'm going to do those separately. And whenever I try to turn these into possible love readings, it never works out, so I'm not going to try this time. But you will get your love readings, I promise. Now I'm going to pull some clarifiers from the Fountain Tarot deck. It's a really beautiful deck. This is one of the decks that I've personally found really like see into your soul, and the little booklet here with all of the explanations and interpretations of the cards is just beyond anything that I've ever read about, you know, the cards. So let's get 2 clarifiers for you. Okay. All right. Ace of Coins and Page of Coins. So you've got the Ace of Coins in the upright, and then you've got the Page of Coins in reverse. Okay. Look at this one. Let's look at the Ace of Coins first. Let's read what it says. Earthly abundance. A beautiful golden coin over a lush and verdant garden shines radiantly in all directions. As the foundation of the suit, aces carry raw energy and bright potential. The Ace of Coins is a symbol of material and physical abundance. In a reading, it lifts and enhances all of the cards in its vicinity. It is a gift freely given, but like all aces, it is a momentary blaze of inspiration. Yeah, and I think that's what comes after the Ten of Swords. So once that cycle is over, you've got this, like they say, this blaze of inspiration, and it brings about all of these possible choices that you have, all of these different possibilities here, and you're starting to see the light. All right, so now the Page of Coins in reverse. Okay, so I'm going to read the meaning of the card and then read the reversal meaning. A child runs out into the world, eager to test her curiosity and to find her way. Unlike other pages, the Page of Coins is very practical. She is prepared and grounded and anxious to get her hands dirty. Enthusiastic and serious, she is a unique combination of qualities. But above all, she is filled with awe and wonder, loving nothing more than an adventure or exploring a new idea. However, reversed, it says lacking foresight and follow through, impractical, opportunistic, immaturity, flighty, and bad news. Don't worry. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think Geminis are very impulsive. You guys are an air sign. So you may just sort of like go with the tide sometimes, or maybe not the tide, maybe just like go with it, go with the flow. But I feel like these two cards I feel come after, in particular after this Ten of Swords, because you're sort of like preoccupied with all of this, and once it's over, I feel like you see all of the possibilities here, and what the cards are saying is be very careful in your choices. Be careful with what you choose. Be careful of that next chapter in your life, because this is an end of a cycle, and this is the start of a new cycle. So you've got your pick of the lot, but you've got to be smart about it. Whatever is being offered to you, be smart about what you're choosing. You've got a lot of there's coins here. I'm not going to say that there are not a lot of coins here, but a fair amount of coins in your reading, which means you've got to like ground yourself. You've got to bring yourself back into reality and make your decisions here in reality. Think about it, but make your decisions based on reality. I don't have anything else based on the cards. I feel that's it. If you want a personal reading from me, I offer full-length readings for one flat rate. It's only $35, and there's really no time limit. The reading takes as long as it takes. You can ask as many questions as you want. My email is in the description box below. I really do hope you guys have a beautiful January and a beautiful new year, and I'll see you in February.